Good morning, children. Are you excited for mathematics? So we are now in quarter 3, week 1. So I am your teacher Robilyn. So what are our objectives? In this lesson, we're going to visualize and describe the different solid figures such as cube, prism, pyramid, cylinder, cone, and sphere using various concrete and pictorial models and identifies the faces of a solid figure. So I would like you to think and understand what designs or figures do architects use to build things? Can you give the shapes that you can find in the figure? So as you can see, you have triangles, rectangle, square, circle. So we can see different shapes in the figure. Wherever we look around, we can see things with three-dimensional figures. They occupy space and have volume. Toys, buildings, houses, furniture, plants, and even people form solid or space figures. So these objects are examples of solid or space figures. So take a look at these children. So you can see different examples of space figures. A solid or space figure is a three-dimensional figure that has length, width, and height, or what we call depth. It is bound by portions of a plane or curved surfaces, or both. Three-dimensional shapes have four properties that set them apart from two-dimensional shapes. So these are the faces, vertices, edges, and volume. The flat surface of a solid figure is called polyhedron, and the flat surfaces that make up the faces are polygons. When you connect all the rectangular polygons together, a prism is formed. So take a look at the triangle shapes. So when you form all the triangular polygons together, so you will form what we call pyramid. So prism and pyramids are polyhedrons. A prism is a polyhedron. The flat surface is the face. The intersection of any two faces is called an edge, and the intersection of three or more edges is the vertex. A prism is named according to its bases. The parallel faces of the prism are similar and equal, so these identical shapes are called bases. So take a look at this. So this is what we call a cube. A cube is a regular polyhedron. It is a prism with 6 equal faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Next, we have a rectangular prism. So it has 3 pairs of polygons. It has 2 rectangular bases, 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Next, we have a triangular prism. So that is made up of 2 triangular bases and 3 rectangular sides. So it has 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices. A pyramid has polygonal bases, so that is also known as the bottom face, and triangular lateral faces with a common vertex. Pyramids are also named according to the kind of base they have, like a square pyramid having a square base. If the base is a rectangle, the pyramid is called a rectangular pyramid. So the 3 parts of a pyramid are apex, face, and base. So the base of a pyramid may be of any shape. Faces usually take the shape of isosceles triangle. All the triangles meet at a point on the top of a pyramid that is called apex. So take a look at this illustration. So this portion, children, is what we call the apex or the vertex. This one, this is what we call the edges. And this portion, this is what we call the base. So a triangular pyramid is usually called tetrahedron. It has a triangular base, 3 triangular faces, and 4 vertices. Next, we have the square pyramid. A square pyramid has a square base, 4 faces, and 5 vertices. Next, we have the triangular or the rectangular pyramid. So it has a rectangular base, 4 faces, and 5 vertices. Next, we have some space figures are non-polyhedrons. So they have curved and flat surfaces. So take a look at the figures below. Take note, children. So these are non-polyhedrons. So we have an example here. This is a cylinder. So like a prism, except that the bases are circular. So it has 2 circular bases that are flat and parallel connected by a curved surface. So take a look at the different portion. So this is what we call the base. This one is the altitude, and this portion is also called the base. Next, we have a cone. So a cone is like a pyramid except that the base is a circular region. It has one flat circular base and a vertex. So take a look at the cone. So it has a slant height, and from here down here, that is what we call the height. and at the bottom is what we call the base. Next, we have sphere. A sphere is a solid figure with a curved surface in which all points are equidistant from the center. Then at the center, this is what we call the radius. Okay, so did you understand, children? So take note that the space figures are classified into polyhedrons and non-polyhedrons. Okay, so let's do learning task number 1. So write what special figures are represented by the following objects. Okay, so let's identify number 1. What do you think is the answer? Okay, so that is a cube. Number 2, prism. So you have here number 3, sphere. Number 4, cylinder. And number 5, you have cone. Next, learning task number 2. So you will write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not. Number 1, a cube is a regular polyhedron. Number 2, a rectangular pyramid has a rectangular faces. 3, a cylinder in a cone have circular bases. 4, a prism has at least a pair of parallel faces. 5, pyramids are named according to the shapes of their faces. So let us check. So what is the answer in number 1? Okay, true. Number 2, false. 3, true. 4, true. And number 5, false. So did you get the 5 correct answers? Okay, very good. So this time, let's have learning task number 3. So read the items carefully, then write the letter of the correct answer. So number 1, it is a solid figure with 6 equal faces. So what is that? Is it a cone? B, cube. C, cylinder. D, pyramid. Number 2, all are polyhedrons except one. A cube, B, pyramid. C, sphere. D, triangular prism. 3, it is a spatial figure with 2 pairs of congruent parallel faces. So what is that? Is it A, cube, B, pyramid, C, rectangular prism, or D, sphere? Number 4, the number of vertex of a cylinder is blank. A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, D, 3. And the last number, we have how many faces does a rectangular prism have? A, 6, B, 8, C, 10, D, 12. Okay, so let us check. What is the answer in number 1? Okay, letter B. So it is a cube. Number 2, C, sphere. Number 3, C, rectangular prism. 4, A, so take note of that. Cylinder has a 0 number of vertex. And number 5, the answer there is A also. So it has 6 faces. Okay, so how many scores did you get, children? So if you got lower than 4, so kindly review this video lesson for you to be familiarized with this topic. Okay, so this will be your assignment, and at the same time this will be your learning task for this week. So you will attach your output in our Google Classroom. So what will you do? So you will draw 5 other examples of solid or space figures and identify what type of spatial figure is it. So is it clear, children? Okay, so that's end our lesson for this week. I hope you learned something. So thank you for listening and keep safe always.